Hi there, it's me. It's Sunday. It's the 9th of November, and Fiona is currently sitting with me as well. I know I need to put a picture of both at some point. I probably will. Um, okay, so I left off a couple of games from last time. Um, no sooner did I post last Sunday's roundup video blog, a game ended, and I almost wanted to edit that blog post and add the games, but I decided to leave it until now. Okay, so um, I started a new welcome game, and that one was over as well. And I'm waiting for a new one to start. He didn't do anything too wrong. You'll be able to see this game when I'm posted up. He was just very unlucky. Um, he didn't get his pieces developed well too enough. But and the one game I did want to show you, interest, is the new one ladder game that I started. I started I played a brand new opening. Um, I normally don't do night openings, but this time I did, and it's playing into a very closed position, but it's it's not going too badly for me right at the moment. I didn't sacrifice my bishop, but I still exploited the weakness of f2, and it's capitalizing. I for some reason the white's prime move was to pawn to f3, and that allowed my bishop to come out and give check. He wasn't able to recapture because my queen would have taken his rook. Otherwise, he would have gotten away and castled on to the queen side. The only weaknesses that I have is the dark squares. They're kind of exposed. So I do want to try and get that dark square bishop off the board at some point. Um, but let's see. His bishop's blocked in by his king, and his knight's only got one square to go to, and it's a really bad square too. But yet I have my knight out, and I have my two bishops active, and I could really castle either way. I'll probably castle kingside, but that's not guaranteed. And currently I'm a pawn up, but that doesn't leave money in it. And there's one game I wanted to show right down the bottom. It's if it's not six rank, it very it's close to being very much like six rank. Um, what that means is where you're in a position, no matter what you do, you make your position worse, and you almost wish that you could pass your turn to give your opponent another go, and that's what happened here. I wanted to show you the previous move before he made that mistake. This was the this was the position, and you're almost black has a few moves, and I'm running out of them. Where the good moves, like there's really no moves that you can make that doesn't weaken your position. I mean, I need my rook to stay there to protect this passed pawn. His king can't move because the passed pawn will go through. The only possible thing that I could have is move my rook across and to get up here, then attack his pawn on a3. But of course he does have two rooks to protect that pawn with. However, he made that pawn move, and that allowed me to attack. Now, if he pushes the pawn forward, I can recapture with my pawn, but I probably won't. I probably would like to get my king up so I can protect that pawn with more than just my rook. However, though, he's probably gonna just come bring his rook here to attack. I can bring my king up. That's gonna be awkward because we're gonna exchange rooks. and if he's not careful, I can stop his king. I can stop his king from getting to the right hand side of the board. Because rooks can be like that. Like if he brings his rook up, I bring my king up. He takes the pawn. Rook takes rook. King has to take back. And then my other rook comes to e1, gives check. Now if the rook king decides to go onto the queen side, he is therefore trapped from that side of the board, and this pawn can go all the way to the end, protected by my king. But I think this was his mistake. But what I wanted to show you is this was the position, and this is what I would have said is Zugzwang. Because one move, you run it out of good moves, and any move that you do make makes your position worse. I did lose a couple of games, as well as I did win them. This one on the third, I wished him a good game, and I won. And yes, you don't often see this. Checkmate, double checkmate. He's checked by the king by two different rooks. Yes, I know this looks awkward. You don't often see three rooks on the board, but yes, I got my pawn to the end, and I promoted it to a rook, and it's a double checkmate. Check from the rook down on h8. Sorry, a8. Sorry, I'm still full of cold. And check on b1 with the rook. He could take back, but he can't get out of this check. He can't move, can't block. Just to show you, this is what the original move was. Like, he went to here. So, he moved his knight to the center, which was the mistake. I checked. He couldn't recapture the pawn. The only move he had to go to was the corner of the board. And that allowed me to take his rook and get checkmate. Oops. And Samai, he's a good player. He yeah, for some reason I lost my queen. I can't remember too much of this game for some reason. I'm still full of cold, so. But in the end, he has so many pieces, and all I had is a bishop and knight. First, you see two knights and a bishop and a rook. And I know he is a good enough player that he could have finished me off. So that's probably why I resigned. No, but full credit to him. Siboney. Forgive me if that's not correct. I messed up on the end game. He's from South Africa, and he played a really strong game. I tried to match him, but in the end, he got his pieces round, and I played the wrong moves in the end game, and that allowed his pawns to be more dangerous. I mean, who knows? Maybe my king could have stopped them two pawns and stuff, but I decided there's just too much to defend against that I wouldn't be able to stop it all. He has his bishop, and I'm about to lose the pawn. So it just did not look good for me. The return game. Oh, sorry. This game I won too. Oh, it's black. I don't know what he resigned for, but he said he did. He said he resigned. For what reason? Interesting. It may have been a mistake. That one, I think he clicked on resign by mistake, thinking it was a different game. But the other game by Siboney, he, man, he escaped defeat by inches, and I thought I had him, but then he managed to get me boxed in the corner, and I resigned because as soon as I put my king to the g1, he brings his knight to e4, gives check, and forks the queen. If I take, queen comes down, gives check. Rook comes down to f1, queen takes rook, checkmate. And he was so close to being mated by himself. Look, queen to h4 was checkmate because his king had no other ways to go. But he got out of it, the lucky son of a beep. And CHJJ, then it was another one. Oh, this was just horrible. Even though I had the queen on the board, I lost almost every other piece. So I soundly, justly got defeated on that one. And on the second, this one. Oh yeah, this one I remember. This one was a sweet victory. It was a very satisfying blow. Yeah, queen, knight went to their check. You'll be able to see all of the game. I'm gonna post it all. Knight takes, and the bishop came down to threaten checkmate. He took the rook. Rook came to b1. He missed the checkmate, and boom. There was either going to be queen that one, or the rook come up, and then queen across checkmate. Very satisfying. Now, we got still some other games that I'm waiting to play on. That I'm waiting for them to finish. Again, congratulations to all the players that beat me. They played extremely well. And I must have played bad. And that's why I lost. There's another welcome game. It's only just started. So, all I can say, he's doing really well. He managed to make a move. Let's see, can I... Oh, here's no time. He didn't return. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete that game. It says... Let's check. Oh, I guess he's not coming back. Time expired. And time bank. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and delete that game.